Well, the pollsters and the pundits could not have been more wrong. The result of the Alberta provincial election last night was exactly the opposite of what we had been told to expect. Premier Alison Redford led her Conservative government to an historic 12th majority win, easily defeating the upstart Wildrose Party, which, according to the polls, was going to be making history itself. And the outcome, as you might expect, put a spring in the step of the BC Liberals today. Our legislature reporter Stephen Andrew has the story.
The first woman to be elected premier in Alberta defied the odds and the polls in a big way, leaving the Wildrose Party, who until election night was thought to be the victor, wondering what happened.
Albertans have decided that Wildrose might need some time to prove ourselves, some time to establish ourselves, and I relish the opportunity.
For Alison Redford, her stunning majority continues the Conservative dynasty.
Every Albertan knew that this election was about choice. A choice to put up walls or to build bridges. A choice about Alberta's future. Tonight, Alberta chose to build bridges.
Bridges that even Redford was doubtful could be built, as she and her party watched their support wither away during the campaign.
I phoned her last night and congratulated her, and I said, you know, Alison, how did the pollsters get it so wrong? And she said, Christy, I can't believe that you, of all people, are asking me that.
But she is, as are so many, and wondering if the polling methodology is flawed. Not surprisingly, pollsters disagree.
In some elections, and this is a perfect example of it, there can be quite a dramatic swing in voters, especially in the final days when people really start paying attention to what's happening.
All right. This social media expert believes there are more accurate ways of predicting elections.
There's a prevailing theory that the number of Facebook followers or Twitter followers that one has will predict an election. I've seen this happen not only in this Alberta election, but last week in the two by-elections here in British Columbia.
For the moment, the Liberals, 20 points back in the polls, are reveling in the thought the Alberta effect could happen in BC, and they too could rise from the ashes.
I noted with interest that some of the same pollsters that are talking about, in British Columbia and how strong the Conservative Party is, etc., and yet, we saw in the by-elections they came third.
But the Liberals know if they have any chance of winning the next election, Conservatives need to come back to the fold. A name change is being considered, but some free enterprise politicians suggest it will take more than that, possibly a new leader. So far, that idea is going nowhere. Stephen Andrew, CTV News, Victoria.